Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. Today is Wednesday, the 8th of September. Public Concerns Night. I do want to say a special good night to those of you that are locked on to Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Synergy Network in Trinidad and Tobago. Those of you up the Caribbean and around the globe, a special good night to you. Those of you on Facebook and YouTube, special good night to you. So viewers, rain have been pouring in some parts of Trinidad yesterday, today, day before that. You know, a lot of people who have been affected by the flood, and now we have Sahara dust coming into Trinidad and Tobago. It just seems to be chaos one after the next in our blessed island. But nevertheless, life goes on. You get up in the morning, you give God thanks. During the course of the day, you go through the day, you give God thanks. You go to bed, you give God thanks for at least going back on bed. So as we start off tonight's program, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parashram have stated that the entry of 2 fully vaccinated travelers into the country with the Delta variant does not warrant any change to the border entry protocols. 238-6716 is our phone line to call in viewers from 7 to 8 p.m. live on Synergy Network. So, by reading out what the Chief Medical Officer said, they are listening. They are listening. No changes are needed. Because those that came into Trinidad, 2 fully vaccinated with the Delta variant. So because of that now they decided not to make any changes. So you could come in with your PCR negative. That is not a problem. That is not important. It's not important. So just imagine that, eh? Not important. PCR test and you're good. We good to go. So if we good to go with that, why the hell in Trinidad and Tobago we have business places telling their workers, if you're not vaccinated, don't come to work. Go and do a PCR test. And the thing is, you're even paying the worker enough money to do a PCR test. It's sad, you know. It's real sad. What a shame. So one thing I want to add to that is that the business places that are asking their workers to vaccinate, to operate, or vaccinate, or stay home, I wonder if they will have a representative present. So when they hear the workers, something happened to them while going for the vaccine, I wonder if the business establishment, if the owners who forcing their workers to do it, if they would stand liability. This is what I want to ask them. Stop taking unvaccinated people money. It's that simple. It's that simple. Unvaccinated people coming into a business establishment, nothing wrong with that because you want their money. You want their money because they could be coming in with COVID-19 and you don't know, but you want their money. But your staff have to be vaccinated. Such a stinking shame to those people in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something, if you're vexed, that is your business. That's your business. Because if you're vaccinated and you go outside and you get COVID-19, who are you blaming? Who are you blaming? Such a dunce head. Dr. Parashram explained that these 2 were the only 2 positive cases to arise out of the 14,222 fully vaccinated travelers who entered the country since the borders reopened on July 17, 2021. He also credited the large success of the entry protocols to the provision of a mandatory negative PCR test taken 72 hours prior to travel. This is just updates I'm giving you, viewers. As COVID-19 cases continue to increase, the Guyanese government has made it mandatory that anyone wishing to enter a public building must be vaccinated. It is the first CARICOM country to implement such a measure. Just imagine that, eh? I hope they may have no backlash. I hope to God they may have no backlash. Because some of them, let me tell you something, it is over ridiculous. Economies are going to crash with this foolishness. Take what I'm telling earlier. It's going to crash. COVID-19 is around the world. All you could do is vaccinate. That is all you could do to protect yourself. Other than that, there is nothing you could do. Absolutely nothing. Even though you take the vaccine, you're still getting COVID-19. So all these duncy heads who say vaccinate or don't come to work, boy, it has something I want to say, but it will cause a big harm to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. But it's real facts. But I will stay quiet. 2 persons were arrested for being in possession of a fraudulent vaccination card. During the search, officers found 2 fraudulent COVID-19 vaccination cards which belongs to a woman and a man. Both persons were arrested and the fraudulent document was seized. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Saeed, right now, this property tax is more than the COVID, boy.
Yes.
Yeah, the property tax, you see, when it come on, people have to pay how much money they have to pay for the year, boy. It costs real plenty money. So this is more than COVID. COVID still killing you and you're going. But this you have to stop and face it.
Hey, Trinidad, people go start a riot soon, Take what I'm telling earlier. People go start a riot soon in this country. Too much pressure. Wow. So we're starting off with our public concerns night. Landslip repair will have to wait for dry season. Minister of Works and Transport, Rohan Sinanan, have stated that other affected areas around the country will have to wait until next year. This after $1.7 million was spent to repair 2 landslips in South Trinidad. Sinanan and a team from the ministry visited the site where a $950,000 was spent in a land stabilization and road rehabilitation work had been done along Sipera Road, Bodna Village yesterday. He also visited Madingo Road, where a landslip caved. The road destroyed 1 family home and damaged 2 others. Contractors completed the $750,000 project last week. Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
I just want to ask one question.
Yes?
What is the difference between vaccinated and unvaccinated patients? Because as far as I know, if you are vaccinated, you can still get COVID, you can still spread it, and you can still...
The difference between the vaccinated and unvaccinated, according to the health ministry, the vaccinated you could die, the unvaccinated you could die. My mistake. If you catch COVID-19, you could die. The vaccinated people, on the other hand, they will stand a fighting chance of not being hospitalized, according to the medical team of Trinidad and Tobago. So that is the difference. But because at the end of the day, even though you're healthy and you get COVID-19 and you vaccinate, let me tell you something, things could still happen, But I'm waiting for one of them to bring it out. I don't want to say what I know yet, but I'm waiting for one of them to bring it out. Minister of Works and Transport, Rohan Sinanan, was heckled by residents of Madingo Road, Princestown, during a site visit to the area on Tuesday. Residents expressed their concern about a recent landslide and a house that collapsed in the village.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. This man on the ground from the bottom, and I don't vote for nobody. This is not a politics here. The road fixer come for fame. Go and follow the back I am, go back in the ministry. And fame they come for. All the time this man was falling. Now where were you? Where were you when this man house was falling? The man have no what's the condition? What you talking about? Where you come now for? Man, go from here, mister. Go from here. Nobody wants to see you. All the time when the man out with go, look how fight with. What how far the man out with? What? Look come in now when you road and shit. After the bell going and day all over the place. What's the man is man out of here? What? What's the man out? Oh, they come in for sale. Go out from here and go back to the middle street.
Now viewers, I wonder if the ministry has anything in place to assist the homeowner that lost their home. Are they going to be given a HGC house? That's a question we need to answer. Is the ministry going to provide an HGC house for that individual? Caller, good night.
Good night, imitation vaccine vagrant inside. Listen to this, Mr. Saieed. Ruan Sinanan. Why didn't he engage the young lady to try to calm her down? Why he ran away? It reminds me, deja vu, the French word, deja vu. Remember that fellow by the name of Taylor, they run him out of town in Princeton, a former MP for the PNM? And you remember a fellow by the called Fitzy? Remember where you went to and run him out of town? These ministers have to understand. They have to engage it. They have to take the abuse because a lot of the people doesn't like what they're seeing. They advantage, they misappropriating a lot of the funds. For example, we had to pickaxe the tax, you know. That property tax, we had to pickaxe it because it's not COVID taken here, it's not the criminals taken here. Property tax might very well take you too. When people get in all that money to pay, they're struggling. They're not even giving the people the salary grants and things like that. I think he should have engaged the woman to hear her concern. He turned it back on the woman. He do a Randall Mitchell. The only thing he do is sit on she and chup. I go and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. You know, but at the end of the day, because of the cave land, the individuals, they lose their home. They lose their home, and that is important. Who knows, they're probably paying a loan. They probably borrow from 2-3 financial institutes to build their home. But nevertheless, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, our Wednesday night Public Concerns show will continue. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. A bridge leading to the Pal Seco Secondary School has remained impassable to vehicular traffic after heavy flooding caused it to sink. The road leading to the school caved almost 6 feet deep, and there was a gripping hole on the side of the bridge. Community activist Victor Roberts said it was only a matter of time before the bridge collapsed. If this happens, Roberts said, the school will be cut off completely. As a precaution, caution tapes across the bridge. They placed caution tapes across the bridge to warn teachers and students not to pass. However, the tape broke while a CPEP crew was cleaning the riverbank. Efforts to contact Minister of Works Rohan Sinanan for comments provide futile. Also, call's message was left. It went unanswered. So viewers, that is the hole. That is the bridge. So students and teachers, please be careful. That is the road leading to the Palseco Secondary School. Sad, it's sad, it's sad. You see, let me tell you something, you know. The Ministry of Works, they need to up their game. They need to up their game. It's not only in the dry season you would want to do work. When you get the dry season, how much work, how many work are being done? How much? Call a good night.
Good night, good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
I think it's time we call for accountability, you know. So much, something $1 billion has spent in the last 6 years. And the majority of the roads are in deplorable state.
Correct.
Recently they highlight something on, on the Exchange Road on Facebook there, where they say it's the mother of all potholes.
Yes, yes.
This government is fixing road by Nestles and the Churchill Roosevelt. The road is in perfect condition. It was fixed by the Kamala Prasad business administration. And then you have the roads that are in deplorable state. What is it really going on, you know? What is it really happening? Secondly, sir, with this property tax, you know, there are HDC people who the bulk of the PNM supporters live. Never pay. They never pay for years.
True.
Why doesn't the government go to collect, which is amounting to billions, instead of burdening the rest of the population with this property tax? I am saying tonight that the people should demand where our money went. Something over $35 billion in the last 6 years. And we should pay this property tax unless we could have proper accountability. It is time, you see, we must tell the government this is not Rowley and PNM money. This is the people of Trinidad, and we demand to know. And you see the ulterior motive now. Why is it that they extend the SOE? Because people cannot vent their frustration.
Correct.
You see, this is exactly because he is using the armed forces.
Yes, to keep
us. He is using to suppress and oppress the people.
Yes, correct, quite correct.
Dictatorial. This is dictatorial. And I'm calling, you know, I wonder if Kamala Prasad could have done 25% of what this government is doing with atrocity. This place would have been in fire today. So it's time for people to stand up and let this man know this is our money. We demand accountability first before you could implement the property tax. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. I remember, I believe the PM made a statement that they said with the SOE, it will help people to be vaccinated. Just imagine that. The SOE will help us to be vaccinated, and we would not get a crowd in the night. How much crowd it have actually in the night? How much crowd? Majority of the people in Trinidad and Tobago working from 8 to 5, 9 to 6. And just imagine that the crowd in the night is a problem. What crowd in the night? It's just food place, that's all. After you buy your food, you go home. Sad, boy, it's sad. So they're using that now to oppress us. So we can't come out and protest. That is what they're doing. Persons in the area of La Vega Pepper, that's in Grand Couva, have started fixing their own roads. MP Anal Ram and Councillor Balram was also of assistance in helping repair the damaged roads.
MP Ram, thank you for coming out to support us this morning. It's a pleasure.
Just imagine that, eh? We had to fix our own road now. And they're paying tax, you know. And they're paying tax. Abida Road and Felicity Shogunas have been in a deplorable condition for some time. No assistance is being given to the villagers in that area. It's sad. That's the next picture of them fixing the road. That's in Vancouver.
So this is a team inclusive of MP Ram and Councillor Balaram who are working assiduously to help patch the potholes along the area. Unfortunately, because of the inclement weather, we cannot start with the cutting of the bamboo and the grass. Maybe to be done at a later date. We're hopeful that the Ministry of Works and the County Council office would at least help with their areas with cutting of the grass and the bamboos, etc.
So just imagine, Anal Ram and the council, Mr. Baliram, they had to come out. They had to come out and assist the individuals. I'm sure they probably purchased their own material too. Caller, good night.
Good evening, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
Said, you see all that papi show with Rohan Sinanan and people complaining and carrying on and things? Let me tell you something. You see in the morning, if Rowley call election, all of them running with the Chiran to go and give Rowley for them to kiss them. And they're voting back PNM right there. And PNM coming back in government. Let me tell you something. You see the first year of the first term Rowley became Prime Minister in this country, with what they did to the Sea Bridge and Bridgemans, and up to now nobody know who was Bridgeman, and make the public statement, and they publish all the contractors them, who the previous government was, and they say there was a contracting cabal, a mafia with the contractors and them, and then they went back and hire back the same set of contractors, and give them millions and millions of dollars in contract to build road and all kind of thing in Toko. That alone, the citizens of this country is supposed to come together and get them up of government. They remain there for 5 years and do every single thing. Give renting out Alwari properties for millions and millions of dollars. And they give them a second term. And they're doing worse now. They shut down Petrotrain and all the other things. Now this property tax. And we still sit down and ask that. Rowley is the only Prime Minister that went through the PNM that never done anything to contribute any bit to the economy of Trinidad and Tobago. He was the worst that ever passed through, and still they give here a second term. And you see these people fixing that road, police should lock up every one of them.
Right, tell me.
Because they're interfering with government property. That's government business. And when people continue doing this, the government getting away with what the nonsense they continue doing. What they're supposed to be doing there is protesting and burning tires in the road like how they used to do when Kamala was in government. Every part of this country was tire burning and fire. A little pothole where your foot can't fit in it was bacchanal. The road smooth and they're still burning tires. And now you can't drive in these roads, and these fools and them going to fix the road and them. Some cars should run in and bounce on one of them for that.
Nah. Call, I wouldn't allow that so, man. I wouldn't allow that so. Now, I understand what you're saying. Government property, I understand that. But the thing is, it reaching a state so now that the vehicles is costing more to maintain. And they have to fix it. They have to fix it. Now, I understand what you're saying is government property. But the thing is, if the government not fixing it, what will happen? Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, sir.
All right. Go right ahead.
Okay, now you say two people came in.
With the variant.
With the variant, right? Now, so when you come in, you don't come in with a paper saying that you were tested and all that?
PCR testing, yeah, the only thing.
That is the only thing. So when you come into the country and you come in with this paper, they're not testing you here, right?
Well, I believe once you come in with a negative PCR test, you're going straight home.
But so these people were tested, come in with negative tests, and after they end up being positive, how they become positive?
That is the problem.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, because it's making sense, you know. It really ain't making sense. You understand? And we really need to check on this and see well how people coming in the country, you know?
Yeah.
And how this thing really working. It's making sense at
No,
all,
but
man.
you know what made it funny, caller?
Uh-huh.
Is that they come in with a PCR test negative.
Uh-huh.
Right? Now, where did they go to get testing? After you're coming in negative with your PCR test, what area did you go to take a test? Because if you're coming negative, you produce a PCR test, you come in negative, which means you don't have to worry again because you're already negative.
Right. So what I want to know is if they testing them in the airport and they come in.
That's the next thing. That's the next thing. Because I know once you show your card and you're negative, that's it, you know.
So they come in with false cards too then? Like how they find a false paper down here, they come in with false cards too?
I understand what you're saying. Thank you, my friend.
Man. Yeah, okay, man.
So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, stay locked on to Real Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
So viewers, like we said before, the Real Talk Group of Company is actually paying the highest percentage rate in Trinidad and Tobago from 2.5% to 3.5%. And you know, on a previous show I demonstrated the difference between the rates. Now when you go to a financial institute, you will get a low rate, 1%, 0.05%, but Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you from 2.5% straight up until 3.5%. It all based on the amount you're depositing on a Real Talk fixed investment. Like I said, if you have 100,000 and you decide to invest that 100,000 Real Talk investment at a figure of 2.5%, that is $2,500 for 12 months. For 12 months. And the longer you put that for, is the more your money is multiplying. Now compare 0.05% of 500 to 2.5% on a yearly base. Just imagine that. From 500 to 2,500. And Real Talk Group of Companies giving you that. I also want to remind you that Real Talk Group of Companies has opened its doors. So small loan for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Loan between 10 to 15,000. You have a vehicle or you have something, you know. Real Talk Group of Company is a licensed money lending financial institute. So viewers, if you need a little loan, please contact us at 238-6716, 339-1670 or 267-7325. Our numbers are on screen. Our office open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So do contact us for more information. As we continue tonight, persons are now concerned about a collapsed bridge in Lalo Trace in Cunupia. On the 21st of August 2021, the MP and councillor was contacted. However, villagers were told that the matter is not urgent. Assistance is needed. Look at that. Look at that, eh? And just imagine, the MP and the councillor, they were contacted. However, villagers were told that the matter is not urgent. So that is not urgent, viewers. That is not urgent. If you're passing there with a car, you stop before the brake land, you pick up your car, you put it on your head, you walk past the cave land, and then you rest down the car back on the road, you jump in your vehicle, and then you go about your business. That piece of road there is not important. So assistance is needed. That is the Lalu Trace in Konopia. It's sad, you know. It really, really sad to hear that that's not important. Rohan Sinanan, Minister of Works and Transport, is this important? Hey, I want somebody cut out this part of the video and send it for Rohan Sinanan. Send it for Rohan Sinanan and tell him the representative in the area say it is not important. Tell him that. Tell him the representative said it is not important. It's not urgent. Stinking sad, boy. You would tell me that's not important? You can't even ride a bicycle there. And it's not important? Great AZP. I will vote for my left foot. And I will jump to my right foot. And I will do the dance. Left foot, right foot. All you're going to tell me that's nothing. Look at that Trinidad and Tobago. That's not important. That's not urgent. That don't need fixing. So the people who say that's not urgent, let me tell you something. I want to believe that you all wearing darkers. I want to believe that you all wearing darkers. So like I said, we go dance from the right foot onto the left foot. Not important, not urgent. Great as the PNM. Do the Balize. I want to tell you something. If that was my MP in my area, you'd have study be doing like this, you know. I'm telling you. That is where you call. You know what you do with that? That is a cause to burn tire. That is a cause to protest. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Saeed.
To you, my friend.
So what I understand, that the monies derived from property tax is going to go in the consolidated fund. That is like the government purse.
Yes.
But I want to remind the government that they don't really have a purse. It is the taxpayer's purse.
Correct.
And I was hoping that part of this money would go to communities, the regional corporation, to have the same road you're talking about, that bridge fix, your drains, all the potholes in the highways and the byways and all over. So, if that is not important, what is important? The 17 million to build a pan theater in the pandemic?
That is important.
Right, and at one time they was planning to spend maybe 1 point something or nearly 2 million to refurbish the Lapa Rural Cemetery. You're going to take your family in the night to go and tour the cemetery? And then they wanted to spend an next 40 million or whatsoever to upgrade Ariapita venue. I am all for progress. But right now, property tax, yes, but now is not the right time. Pan theater, yes, now is not the right time. 1.2 billion airport in Tobago, yes, but now is not the right time.
Not the right time.
I work with a guy from Norway when I used to work offshore in the day. His father used to be a national and a West Indian cricketer, Kamaj. And he was telling me that in Norway they pay 60% tax. So I was amazed, 60%. But then he continued to say that the hospitals is A1, roads, education is free, everything is free. So in Trinidad, if you don't have 250,000 to do a triple bypass, if you're not in the waiting list, in Norway, you don't have to pay a cent. So I want to remind this government, in the next few years, there's a big political price to pay. All the best. Have a great evening, sir.
Thank you, my friend. So we're going down San Francisco and Pinal. This is one of many landslips. It's San Francisco Road, Pinal. The road was originally the level as was seen on the house that are located. In the last 10 years, all that was done is some steel sheet were placed to hold the land from slipping, which clearly has not worked. There were also protests from villagers calling for the road to be repaired. Caller, good night.
Yes, Said. But Said, listen to me carefully. You is a man tell the Minister of Education. You could have she walking out of she office and never to return. But why you can't do Rowley and that little
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Make Rowley and them walk naked up and down Frederick Street.
I understand what you're saying, but listen to this caller. Some things are left untouched so that one could bear the burden and the pain. Come back to me.
All right, listen to me, right?
Some
but
things are left untouched.
Untouched. All right, listen to me. I has always said this, sponge cake was never made for the fool's mouth, but molasses, water, and green Mataboro fig. Election call in the morning, you go see they jump in with the ball, you say left foot, right foot.
That's what I say.
Great as the PNM. All right.
Thank you, my friend. That's what I say. Some things are left untouched so that they could bear the burden and the strain. So you see, when they are there now, they could bear the burden and the strain of what is taking place with the citizens. So look at this road. Look at this road. The last time anything was done to this piece of road, down in San Francisco and Pinal, was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And from then till now, nothing. Landslide in Champlain. A concerned person is highlighting a landslide in Quarry Drive, Champlain. They stated that just before the last general election, work was started to repair a road on a hillside. No form of retaining walls was put up, but due to the heavy rainfall, a large landslide have been experiencing. This has now led to one gentleman's house being on the verge of collapse. He has been in this location for more than 30 years without issues up until this point. The minister for the area is Mr. Terence Dialsing. Well, I don't expect anything to come out. As long as he's the minister in that area, crap or smoke we pipe is a term they just say. Look at that. Look at that. Now, Terence is the man who owns all the hospital. I want you to remember that. When you're sick, you're going to his hospital. But when a member of the constituency now need assistance, what's going on? Spend some of the hospital money to assist the man. If you own all the hospital, which you said, not me, spend some money. Use the MP. You mean you cannot talk? You cannot talk with your colleague Rohan, Minister of Works and Transport, and get something done for the gentleman? I tell you, this is the only show in Trinidad and Tobago. Every Wednesday we're doing it. The road, the bridges, and the drain. Who vex loss? If all of vex because I highlighting the roads in Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. All of should have flying cars. Yeah. You ever watch this movie long ago? I had this movie they called Bad Granny? With a bicycle? Flying in the air? I love to see that show. All of should have bicycle. And when they start to pedal, it will just raise up and sail into thin air. So if you're vexed, you're lost by me. Because I will continue doing this every single Wednesday. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Saheed.
Go right ahead there.
I have a problem.
Doctor.
What happened? My husband has been waiting for his Caroni residential land for 18 years, right?
How long?
18 years now, right?
18?
Yes.
1-8, right?
Yes, 1-8. Wow. And do you know that the government has taken the residential plot that they had allocated for the ex-Caroni workers and given it to Petrotrin?
Serious?
Yes, that's in St. Margaret.
Wow. So they took the land
Yes.
and give it to Petrotrin workers?
They are going to give it to Petrotrin workers because right now they are clearing down the bushes that grew up, right? And they are going to give it allocated to Petrotrin workers, and that is a problem, right? And it's very unfair. It is very unfair for the colony workers, and we need somebody to do something about it.
I will have to contact Mr. Clarence Rambara. Seriously speaking. I will have to contact Clarence and ask him about this to do a live interview just to clear up this matter. Because if that is what is taking place, that is really, really sad.
And the thing about it is the same contractors, right, that they said they are in court with the government. It is the same contractor that cut the land, right? And it's the same contractor that would be handing over the land. So I don't understand that. You know, because they said that it was in court for the colony workers, it was in court, right? And no issue was resolved. But I don't understand that, right? And I heard Penelope Beckles, she was thanking the Petrotrin workers for waiting 2 years for their land, but we have been waiting 18 years for our land.
Wow.
And it is really, really unfair. So I would like somebody to look into it because it's really heart-wrenching.
My darling, I will contact the Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Mr. Clarence Rambarat, just to clarify this matter, because if this is actually taking place, as you say it happened to your husband, this is something that would cause serious chaos between the colony workers and the Petrotrin workers. My dear, thank you so much for highlighting this.
Okay, thank you very much.
A villager is reminding that the Caroni River situation collapsed on the riverbank. Now, this has not been attended to by the Member of Parliament, and only when the residents get flooded out, representatives are present. Every day, work is being done at the Transrail Road after the Caroni Bridge, which leads to St. Augustine. Persons are again calling for assistance. When it rains, it floods, and they are asking for assistance. It's only when the flood arises, we see the representatives. So when are we actually going to get the solution to the problem? When? Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Ali, once and not getting no kickback. You will find him there. Look, Gandhi, where the highway friends. In the settlement in the old road. That is Satan. Once and went up there and offered the people and them up there $25,000 each for them to move up from there. They're running from there about last month. They're running from there. And Satan, but the highway passing that way, so you have to make money. That's why I have to call him Roland. Thank you, Mr. Ali.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. So in Caroni, they need assistance. Why is it the representative only going when it's flooding and it's flooding and it's flooding and it's flooding, and they ain't coming up with a solution? Why? What is keeping back the solution from coming? Is COVID preventing it from sailing? Or the pen that have to come to sign that contract, it's in Japan? And COVID is preventing the container from leaving with the pen? I don't know, I'm asking. Let me tell you something, viewers. It's every Wednesday we're doing it like this, you know. Every Wednesday until they get fed up. Until they get fed up. I do business. I funded my program. I do it every Wednesday. If you're vexed, start making progress. That's where I want to see progress. I'm going to tell you something. I will stick on it like I take the stick onto a dog. Deplorable road condition in the beach area is now a concern to villagers. The road is one way in and out and has been in a bad condition for years. MP for the area is Rai Ragbiru. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. It's sad, eh? So Rai is my neighbor right here in Shogunas, and he's right opposite me. I'm not going to bash him because he recently went up for election. I'm not going to bash him for that. So I will try to meet with him tomorrow and find out what could be done to the beach road. He recently went up for election, and I can't blame him. If he was there 5 years or 6 years, let me tell you something. I could tell you something. But he just went in there about a year and something now. So I will have a chat with him tomorrow and see what we could do. And again, to him and his family, I know they always look at Real Talk, so a special good night to him. The road in Baker Trace or Baka Trace in coal mine has been in bad condition for quite some time. Councillor Calvin Sicharan and MP Rai Ragbiru are responsible for the area. So like I said, viewers, I will contact Rai and ask him how best he could see what to do about the roads, if they could get any assistance or anything. And I know the beach road up there, I mean, it's terrible. Look at the state. Look at the state. And just imagine, vehicles have to be passing on that every day. Every day vehicles have to be passing. I don't know the councillor, Mr. Calvin, but I hope through Rai we could meet him and something could set up, because they are the MP and the councillor for that area. As again, as I said, I cannot bash Rai. He recently went with the UNC. They were defeated. He's the MP for the area. Nevertheless, I will try to meet with him tomorrow to find out what they could do concerning the coal mine and the beach road. Caller, good night.
Good night, Said.
Go right ahead.
Said, recently the government allocated some funds for weekday. Do you remember that? Could you tell me where that money went to?
Well, I still waiting to see what type of work they going to do with that money.
This money should be used for all these areas with these deplorable bridges, that they could do some kind of repair to them.
Yes.
And the other thing, Said, Upper Erica Street, Lavantil, right in this area, Upper Erica Street, Lavantil. The MP for that area is Mr. Fitzgerald Hines and Mr. Aki. Up there has been without water for apparently almost a month now.
Wow.
We cannot see our MP. We cannot follow the COVID protocols because we cannot wash our hands. We have children up there. We have mothers up there. Have no access for water.
Wow.
So I hope Mr. Hines is hearing this. I don't know if he's national security now. So as soon as he becomes the MP for Lavantil, I hope he can come up here and lend some support, please.
Thank you, my friend,
Thank you very much,
for highlighting the matter. So viewers, we're doing this every Wednesday night. I want you to call in 238-6716. We are live from 7 to 8 p.m. Remember, we do have our show from Monday to Friday, but every Wednesday I have dedicated a Wednesday night show to deal with the road, the bridges, and the box drain throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Since January or February, we have been doing this. And what we are doing here is we are raising awareness to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, to let you know where the roads are and the conditions of the road in Trinidad. So when you hear you live in Port of Spain, or you're living up in the east, and your road's smooth like a glass, while you're driving on glass road, there are places throughout our country who have deplorable condition roads. Put up that, see, I had a protest video just now. Just imagine, we have to protest. We have to protest for better conditions. Huh? Just imagine that. A simple thing as road we have to protest for. You think that's right here? Huh? Drop that same one. Villagers have to patch the look at that. Villagers have to patch the road. All you think it easy? While we bawling, hooray, hooray, hooray. Them with a raking and fixing their own road. Look at that, protest, all kind of thing. Boy, let me tell you something. It sucks to know that this is the condition of the roads in Trinidad and Tobago, where 1.4 million people live. It's a sad state. It's sad. The MP and the council have to come together. Like I said, I'm sure they bought their own material to patch the road. I tell you, every Wednesday we doing it. Every Wednesday, those of you who love the PNM administration and you're vexed I doing it, don't vex, because when you hear you go by the parts place and you have to spend 5,000 on your suspension, let me tell you something, no administration ain't coming. It's you have to dig in your pocket or you take a loan to fix your vehicle. I want you to understand that, yes, you love UNC, yes, you love PNM, but the thing is, are you seeing production from the party that you have voted for? That is my question to you. I have nothing against you with the PNM. I have nothing against you with the UNC. I have nothing with you with the ANR or NJAC or whatever party you belong to. I do not have a problem. That is your choice. It is your constitutional rights to choose a party to vote for. But the thing is, are you getting the performance from the administration that you support? That is my question towards you. That is my question towards you. So, you ask yourself that. For the last 6 years, and like I always say, I don't bash PNM, you know. I don't bash UNC. I will light up the minister that is involved in a particular portfolio when his job is not being done. That is what I would do. And nobody ain't stopping me from doing it. This is one of the reasons why I do not ask anybody to advertise on Real Talk. Because when you hear I start on my program, don't call me tomorrow and say, Saeed, well, you know, me and the MP good and me and the councillor good, and you know, one time for election I will give them a little thing. Well, part of that is you and them business. Don't tell me how to run my show. I just always say that. And I say it bold, I say it brave, and I say it without any apology. Some people say, Saeed, the show too short, boy. But we're dealing with the rights. We're dealing with the correct thing. We're dealing with issues that are facing us on a daily basis. And we need it addressed from those in authority. So if you're vexed, don't vex. Call me tomorrow and say, Saeed, you know, I voted for the PNM, but what you're doing there by highlighting the issues, I will support you. Nothing wrong with that. I am not against who you vote. What I am against and what I will continue to do is holding the individual who have a particular portfolio and you're not doing anything to help the people that put you in authority. That's where me and you will deal. Not because you're a minister, you know. I should humble and I should fret. No, you are holding that portfolio because of the citizens. I am holding my portfolio because of me. And what I am doing here is for you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, to benefit. But yet, you criticize. Yet, you bash Real Talk. Is there any show in Trinidad and Tobago that highlights the road issues like the way we just do it on a Wednesday night? No. Is there any individual standing up for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago concerning bad roads, bad bridges, bad drainage? No. No. Because as I read just now, when you go to them, that is not urgent. That is not important. It's sad, you know, it's sad. But some will not see the good in it. Some will not see the good in it. You know, if a house catch a fire and it burn down, you will clearly blame the fire truck or the fire engine, as we would say, for not reaching on time. Yeah. And when they come now, the water line have no water. So who getting the blame? Water or the truck? That is a little piece of common sense for you to understand. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when I come back, I'm going to talk about the investment and the loan before we close off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and investor businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. You know, I want to stress a little about the Real Talk Group of Companies, their loan and their investment. Now, we have about 3, 4, 5 minutes left on our show tonight, right? Now, straight up, Real Talk Group of Companies is a registered, licensed money lending company. It is registered. It is registered from the Ministry of Legal Affairs to Inland Revenue, passed through the court system in Trinidad and Tobago, and they got their license. They got their license, right? And I am one of the directors in Real Talk Group of Company. Now, like a couple nights back I said to you, before I reach where I am today, after I finished school, I went in a grocery to work to further my education in accounts. I worked in a grocery warehouse. And a guy said to me, never forget where you came from when you make it big in life, Saieed. I was like, what you mean by that? He said, let me tell you something. He said, you see, the way you just function around your job place, the way this work, you will reach far in life. And I took that word and I put it to the back of my head and I started to work. Just imagine a grocery warehouse, in a grocery warehouse. And I started to push and I started to push and I started to push. And I worked and I paid my way through accounts. And I made it. Right? I come and I created Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I just do real estate. I enter security and intelligence unit. So Real Talk Group of Companies, when I created that companies, when that company went for the money lending license, was for you, the citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, because I had a plan. Now I save. I value my money. Every single cent I value. So now, Real Talk Group of Companies is offering to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, an interest rate from 2.5% to 3.5%. Why? Because I value your money. In other institutes, financial institutes, you're not getting that much. We have about 2 minutes left. I hope Synergy could give me this 2 minutes. I value your money. That is why I am giving you the opportunity to make an investment for your children, even for yourself later on. Real Talk Group of Companies also open its door to lend money to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago as a licensed money lending financial institute, as I showed you their license just now. So if you're looking for a small loan, $10,000 to $15,000, and you have a little collateral, other places are blanking you. Let me tell you something. We are located on Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. Our phone numbers are 267-7325. It is on screen presently. 238-6716 or 339-1670. Because I care about you. That is Real Talk Group of Companies money lending license. Because I care of you and care for you, our company is giving back to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So viewers, give us a call. Give us a call for more information. Come in, sit down, we'll have a chat, and we'll see where we could go from there. So viewers, until we meet again, it's Bacchanal Thursday coming up another day. So be safe. Remember there are regulations, COVID-19 regulations in place, and I want you to live, not just for tomorrow, but for many years to come. So until we meet again, be safe and good night.